Devil nuts.
Lord, do bless. Everybody pray for Brother Chad.
I've already enjoyed the things that I've heard and I've felt.
Lord, do bless.
Feel like if anything this morning I need to be on my seat and just to be fed and Mother D, she stirred my mind up in several things and
Help you, Lord.
Lord, do bless.
but of the day and the hour knoweth no man, nor not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as in the days of Noah, so shall also be the coming of the Son of Man. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And they knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also be the coming of the Son of Man.
Lord, do bless.
Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill. One shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, Brother Mike, for you know not the hour
That he'll come.
that he'll come. I hope that for just a minute time, Brother Joe.
Lord, bless you, Lord. Help him, God. Thank you, Lord.
I feel awful weak this morning in myself, but you know, that's just natural man that you look at. Brother, I missed you, I miss seeing you, I miss hearing you sing. I miss those talks that when we were seeking out the ways of God and call, how we would talk for hours on the phone and you talk about getting a little bit of food from on high and you know, that food that Jesus said, Brother Mike, when he told his disciples when they went away to get some food, he told them, he said, I got food that you know not of. Sometimes that heavenly manna, it comes down. Brother Jonah, we can't understand these things sometimes, but I want you to know, Brother Joe, that these things, Brother D, they come from God for a reason, you know. One time, me and my friend Scott, we also made a trip down to Elder's house to go coon hunting one time. We hadn't been in church very long. We were still in high school, about 12th grade. And you know, we left Friday night and we went hunting all night long down there. Brother D, we might even have seen you. But you know, the next day, Saturday, we spent it around the store with Elder, and we went hunting all night Saturday. Well, come about 4 o'clock in the morning, Brother D, my friend Scott, he said, I told my mom I would be back home for church, and you know, we was about 5 hours away. Brother Darrell, and we began talking and said, well, you know, if we leave right now, we'll make it just in time. Brother John, you know, we took off from Columbus there about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I swear if God ever blessed me to die while I was asleep, he did it that night. I remember closing one eye and just saying, I'm going to let one eye rest while one eye stays open. And all the way down I-75, he let me make it back home, Brother Darrell. storm coming through,
Yeah.
a bad thunderstorm, Papa. And you know, me and my children, we was outside, and we was watching the sky, Brother God, and the lightning, it was fanning out all across the sky. I had never seen anything like that before in my life, except on TV, and it was awful amazing. And as we begin to watch it, and the dark cloud began to roll over, and dusk began to set on our house, and the wind it began to pick up around the place. I want you to know that this natural man, he began to get worried. We began to go in the house. We began to go inside. We went down into the basement, and my children, they began to make preparation to stay in a little storm shelter. They thought it was kind of a fun thing. They started getting a flashlight, Brother Guy. They started getting some bottles of water, and I went back outside, and I seen my neighbors. They was out on the road, and they was watching the sky too. You know, my neighbors, we weren't very close. Brother Darrell, they had things go on at their place. Brother John, that I didn't want my children to know about. They had things go on over there. Brother D, I didn't want around, but they weren't very far away. But you know what? I began to have something stirred up. Right down in my heart, brother, and I had to go over and talk to them for a minute of time. Brother, I had to ask them if they would come over into our basement there. And they begin to tell me, they begin to say, we'll be okay, we'll just stay over here. And you know, I begin to tell them, I said, now, my door wall, it's unlocked, down in the basement. You don't have to ask, you don't have to knock, just come on in. And you know, before we finish the conversation there, that freight train, that Brother D began to describe about the hurricane down south. They began to come over the hill there on Middle Ford, you know, and the sound of it, Brother D, it raised the hairs on the back of my head, and it made me begin to run as fast as I could. You know, as I was leaving the road, I kind of looked back. I see three men going to a little double wide there, and I went to my family down in the basement, and you know, the wind began to pick up, everything began to take place. Brother Josh, a little drunk boy, he began to come through the door wall, carrying his girlfriend. She was so high, they couldn't even walk, but yet God blessed them somehow to get down in there. And you know, as everything began to take place, and it all began to get quiet there, nothing, Brother Darrell seemed like, nothing really seemed like it was that bad. And you know, as we begin to go upstairs, and I begin to see the devastation, brother, that begin to take place, and I begin to tell my wife, well, honey, all the windows have blown out, honey, the deck is gone, we're missing some wall. You know, as I begin to go outside, and I begin to shine that flashlight around, I said, oh my, the trees is all gone. I said, oh no, our neighbors, they're dead, their house is gone. And you know, just then I begin to hear You know, just like the sign of Noah there, the Son of Man, he'll come at an hour that you know not. I seen 3 men go in, Brother God, but I only seen one standing there in the field, Brother D. You know what? When I was a young man, just in high school there, I began to realize that I was on a broad road headed toward destruction.
Yeah. That's right.
Parable after parable, he just preached. Punch at it. Punch at it.
The Lord has been very good to me and my family. He's blessed us with things that would be hard to believe. He's did things for me that no other man knows about. If I've ever made one good decision in my life, it was to get down beside my bed and to seek out the ways of God.
That's right.
If I only made one good decision in my whole life, oh, that would be it.
Worth all the rest.
Yep.
That's the one that counts. Yep.
Because I want you to know that there's coming a time in your life, there's coming a day, there's coming a minute. Brother Jonah, when it ain't going to matter what kind of shoes that we own.
Nope.
It ain't going to matter what kind of car, Brother D, that we have in the driveway. It ain't going to matter what kind of house that you live in. But what's going to come down to is have you asked God to speak peace to your soul? Have you given Him your all in all? Have you just laid your life down upon a little floor somewhere and said, you know, Brother Chris's father-in-law, Sister Carol's dad, Brother Larry, always when I was 12th grade, I always heard him say that he laid himself flat on the floor of his garage. Brother Darrell, he just laid down flat, and he said, God, in your hands I commit my spirit.
Yeah.
And he always preached that he died dead. That day, you know, that's always stuck with me.
Yeah. He always preaches that, don't he? Yeah. It's hard to
One night I prayed, I cried, and I prayed for time and
It was
time.
low where it's supposed to be.
I tried for months to see it seemed like that my prayers they just weren't going anywhere. It seemed like that maybe I just wasn't praying the right way or something, Brother Mike. But you know what? When I decided to give it all up, when I just said, God, I have nothing, I found myself with a debt that I can't even pay. I can't even bargain my way out. I can't talk my way out. I can't learn my way up to this. God, I have nothing. But here I am, you know, I was about the middle of winter. You know, that spring, when that spring came up, Brother Joe, was probably the most beautiful spring I ever seen in my whole life. Because as the grass began to turn green and the trees began to bud out and the flowers they begin to come out, I begin to realize the life that God had renewed down inside of me.
Yeah, buddy. Into the heart transplant.
All these things.
The obstetrician does the work.
That's right.
And I want you to know